You're standing in line. Your phone is dead. There is nothing to do. 30 seconds pass. It feels like 10 minutes. You start tapping your foot. You start replaying old memories you don't even care about. Your brain is screaming for something, anything, to grab onto. But here's the strange part. This feeling, this itch under your skin, is not new. It is not a modern glitch. It is one of the oldest survival tools your body has ever built. Your ancestors felt it too. Around a fire 60,000 years ago, with no screen and no clock and no idea what tomorrow would bring. And what they did with that feeling shaped the entire trajectory of the human mind. So what did cavemen actually do when they got bored? The answer is far stranger than doing nothing. Start with the obvious assumption. Most people picture early humans locked in constant survival mode. Hunting, fleeing predators, searching for food from sunrise to sunset. No time to be bored, no time to feel restless. But that picture is wrong. Anthropologist Frank Marlowe spent years studying the Hadza, a hunter-gatherer community in Tanzania whose way of life closely mirrors that of ancient humans. His research found something almost nobody expected. The Hadza worked far fewer hours than the average modern office employee, often less than 6 hours a day securing food and shelter. The rest of the time was open, unstructured, quiet. That quiet space is where boredom lives. And boredom, it turns out, was never the enemy of survival. It was the engine behind it. Think about what boredom actually does inside your brain. It is not emptiness. It is pressure. A signal telling you that your current environment is not giving you enough stimulation and you need to go find more. Psychologist John Eastwood, who has spent decades studying boredom at York University, describes it as the felt desire for desire itself. You are not just understimulated. You are aching to want something again. Now picture that ache sitting inside a human 40,000 years ago. No tasks left for the day. Shelter built, food stored, children asleep. What happens next? They didn't sit still. They couldn't. The same restlessness that makes you check your phone made them get up and explore the next ridge, the next river bend, the next patch of unfamiliar forest. Boredom pushed them outward. It is quite literally one of the reasons humans spread across every continent on Earth, while other primates stayed largely in place. But exploration wasn't the only outlet. There is a quieter, more intimate ritual that boredom gave birth to, one that still echoes through your evenings today. Anthropologist Polly Wiesner studied the Juhwanzi people of the Kalahari Desert and noticed something remarkable about their nights. During the day, conversations were practical, arguments over food distribution, complaints, logistics. But once the fire was lit and the sun disappeared, the entire tone of the group shifted. Daytime talk dropped to almost nothing. Nighttime talk turned almost entirely to stories, myths about ancestors, tales of distant relatives, songs passed down through generations. Wiesner's research suggested this wasn't random. Firelight created a kind of forced stillness. No work could happen in the dark. No hunting, no gathering, just bodies, light, and unstructured time. The same conditions that produce boredom in you today produce something extraordinary in them. Storytelling, the original entertainment industry, built entirely from idle hours around a flame. Here is where it gets stranger. That nightly boredom may have done more than entertain. It may have built your entire capacity for imagination. When your mind has nothing immediate to chew on, it doesn't shut off. It wanders. Neuroscientists have mapped this wandering to something called the default mode network, a system in your brain that activates specifically when you are not focused on a task. It is the same network responsible for daydreaming, for imagining future scenarios, for stitching together memories into stories about who you are. Researcher Sandy Mann ran a series of experiments showing that boredom doesn't dull creativity, it sharpens it. In one study, participants who were given a tedious task before a creative challenge outperformed those who jumped straight into the challenge. The dull task built up creative pressure. Then it released all at once into something inventive. Now stretch that effect across generations, across thousands of slow evenings with nothing to do but think. The same mental wandering that builds your daydreams likely built early human mythology. Cave paintings, carved figurines. The first decorative beads, found at sites dating back over 70,000 years, that served no survival purpose at all. They existed purely because someone, somewhere, was bored enough to make something beautiful. You don't usually think of beauty as a survival strategy, but it might have been on